Welcome to my channel, a new video, a new story. Subscribe to the channel, put the like, and let's go. Story title: Killer's Shadow, The Mastery of Crime. Killer's Shadow, whose real name is Adam, was born in a quiet suburban neighborhood. There was nothing strange about his childhood until he was 10 years old. At that time, he witnessed a tragedy that turned his life upside down. A gruesome murder occurred when Adam was 10 years old. His mother was attacked by a drug criminal and brutally murdered. After that, his father's psychological condition deteriorated and he began to suffer from fatal cancer. Adam began to drift towards the dark world after the death of his mother and his father's struggle with illness. He turned into an isolated and mysterious person, and then his father died. Adam couldn't bear the pain and loss. He began searching for and pursuing drug criminals. He killed them in horrific ways. He burned some to death, and brutally killed others. His methods of killing were diverse and terrifying. In addition to hunting down drug addicts, the Killer's Shadow also decided to fight the scourge of child abuse. He killed anyone who approached children on suspicion of molestation, burned them or even ran over them. Although he committed more than 90 murders, the Killer's Shadow managed to remain under control. He manipulated the police and investigators and evaded arrest because of his sense of competence and cunning. Adam's crimes, the murderous shadow, continued, and he continued to disappear into the darkness of society. He noticed that some drug addicts began to fear him and spread rumors about his existence. His presence came to be seen as a constant threat to them. As time passed, the city began to talk about a series of mysterious crimes that did not stop. The level of panic among drug criminals and child abusers has increased. Everyone was on constant alert. Adam's methods of killing have evolved more and more sophisticated. He began to pursue his victims more carefully, making it difficult to predict the locations of his attacks. He used his special skills to hide in the darkness of society and manipulate the authorities. Despite improved security efforts, the identity of the Killer's Shadow remained unknown. The police monitored movement on the streets and increased security in suspicious areas, but Adam expertly avoided detection. Adam would continue to spit out the attacks and crimes. He was able to stalk and choose his victims very carefully. His crimes were causing panic among the population and increasing tension in the community. Over time, the state of tension and fear in the city increased. Rumors and fake advice are spreading among the population. Everyone started to feel isolated and anxious to go out at night. Adam continued to compete with justice and remain in the darkness of society. He challenged the police and kept moving between different places. The series of crimes is still continuing despite the lack of a clear contribution that leads to the discovery of his identity. One cold evening, Adam met a girl named Layla. She was beautiful and intelligent, and Adam soon fell deeply in love with her. Adam didn't know how to deal with this new feeling, but he became interested in getting closer to her. Over time, Adam began to change under the influence of his repeated meetings with Layla. He became less aggressive and more open. He started thinking about getting away from the world of crime, taking revenge, and settling down with Layla. After months of knowing Layla, Adam finally decided to reveal his dark past to her. This meeting formed a proposal to start a new life away from crime. Layla was deeply shocked by the story she heard from Adam, but she loved him and decided to support him in his transformation towards goodness. However, she couldn't get away from her fears completely. Thanks to Layla's love and support, Adam gradually turns away from the world of crime. He left the killing and violence behind him and started a new life. He worked hard and lived a quiet life. Despite the major transformation that has taken place in Adam's life, there are still doubts surrounding his mysterious past. Thanks to his neglect of some details, his identity was discovered by the authorities. After all the crimes he committed and after many years, the police were finally able to arrest Adam. It was Layla who was the reason Sammy announced his criminal past. Adam is taken to prison where he awaits trial. Although he has changed and repented, he will face the consequences of his past actions. Thus, the story of the deadly shadow ended in an unexpected way, thanks to Layla's love and desire for change.